All right, let's keep it going. Welcome your next comic to the stage. Welcome Gary Dickson.
Good evening, everybody. People tell me that I'm a good listener. I'm easy to talk to. They tell me private things, and you know, I'm proud of that because it makes it easier to hear what people are saying when I'm waterboarding them. I got a new fitness idea. I call it incentive training. I take $100 hanging out of my back pocket, and I go running back and forth in front of the police station out in Surrey. But you know, it's getting easier though. I've been doing it a bit, it's getting easy, so I gotta take it downtown. Same idea, bungee cord, $100 tied to my belt, I go running around Hastings and Maine. And you know, the thing is, crackheads, they're fast, but they have no stamina. So what I gotta do is I gotta kick it up a notch. So here's what I'm doing now. I borrow my wife's purse, I put on a hoodie, and every time I see a cop, I go, "Help!" and I run. Hey, what happens on a woman's comedy tour when they've all been on the road for a couple of months together? By the end of the tour, are they all funny at the same time? And I'll tell you know, I hate those drivers with cell phones. You know who you are, you know who you are. The other day, I saw a woman in a Standard. She's driving, she's on the phone, she's eating a sandwich, and she's changing a baby. You know, and speaking of babies, we start life and we end life basically the same way. We're on our backs, we're helpless, boots in our faces. Well, that's how I want to dance for me. So, you know, I'm a good neighbor. I'm a good neighbor. But if you start that weed whacker too early on a Saturday morning, you're going to see this crazy black man. And that is how most Republicans see Barack Obama. You know, I used to worry about losing my hair, but now I'm rocking the bald look. Okay. I should say the shave, but it came off bald, so I'm going to go anyway. But I tell you, if I had to grow hair now, it would come in a donut. If I grew out my dreads, I'd look like a sea anemone. You know, so I'm just living with it. I'm dealing with it. Who here loves their day job? Yeah. I know. My boss is a great motivator. When I do real good, she pats me on the front. Has anybody, now listen, the NRA, that brilliant idea about arming teachers, how crazy is that? I'll tell you, if my old French teacher, Mrs. Rump, had been armed, we would not be having this conversation. And I love those new headlights now. Great for the drivers, you know, good for night vision, all that. But for everyone else, it's low beam, high beam, and retina melting. Maybe I'm getting old and bitchy, but that's... Now, my dad, he taught me a lot about driving when I was a kid. You know, he'd be going, "Okay, keep your hands on the wheel, boy. Don't be scared-like and watch the road." And now, I use a lot of those lessons now when I'm driving every day. Hey asshole, is that a signal? Watch what you're doing. All that kind of stuff, right? So, now, my wife signed me up for this experience. She's here tonight. How you doing there, babe? How you doing? Crazy bitch. I told you I could perform for 5 minutes.